A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the online classes of mathematics. I hope all of you are doing well and all of you have completed chapter number 4, quadratic equations. So I welcome all of you with a new day and new chapter, new concept. So get ready for that. The new topic that I am going to start today is coordinate geometry. This is chapter number 7 of your NCERT maths book. You all know about this topic earlier also in class 9th you have studied. In coordinate geometry we are talking about the location of a place in terms of coordinate axis or in terms of a Cartesian plane. So first I am going to recall all the things that we have already studied in class 9th. So please see it very carefully. Now this is a coordinate axis, or we can say a Cartesian plane, on which we have drawn two axes, x-axis and y-axis, which have divided this plane into 4 parts. Each part is called quadrants. This is first, plus quadrant, this is second, minus, this is third, minus, this is fourth, plus, minus. All these sign convention will help us to plot the points on the graph or on the axis. Now horizontal line we all know is x-axis. The value of x is abscissa. Vertical line is y-axis and the value of y is ordinate. When we combine x and y, it is together called a coordinate of a point, that is x comma y, where x is the abscissa value and y is the ordinate. Together they are called coordinate. Now if there is a point on the x-axis, means the value of ordinate or the value of y is 0, that can be written as a comma 0, where a is on the x-axis, or minus a comma 0. It may be positive or it may be negative also. Similarly, a point on the y-axis is 0 comma y, because the value of x on y-axis is 0. So this is 0 comma a or 0 comma minus a. Now coordinate of origin. Origin is the intersecting point of both the axes. The coordinate is 0 comma 0. Also, if distance is to be calculated of a point from x-axis, we have to see the value of y, that is the ordinate value, and if the distance need to be calculated from y-axis, we have to see the value of abscissa, that is the value of x. And the most important thing, in order to calculate the distance should always be positive. So we need to consider only the magnitude, not the sign along with the x or y value. So all these concepts we have already studied in class 9th, that there are two lines, horizontal and verticals, and they are dividing a plane into 4 parts. Each part is called quadrant. Then there are some rules related to the quadrant which will help us to plot the points or locate the points on the coordinate plane or coordinate axis. Now in class 10th we are going to enhance this topic or enhance this concept by seeing some more formulas. So I will now let you know what are the formulas which we are going to study in class 10th. Now the topics that we are going to discuss in class 10th related to coordinate geometry are: the first is distance formula, the second is section formula, the third one is calculating the ratio, the fourth one is midpoint formula, the fifth one is area of triangle, the next is collinear property, and next is centroid of a triangle. We have to study all these topics, all these concepts in coordinate geometry. So we will deal with one by one, step by step in this topic. This is a very important topic related to your boards exam. The concept is very easy, based on direct formula applying and just little bit applications, but you need to understand the question first and you have to understand which formula we should apply in which type of questions. So first I am going to start the topic with distance formula. Please see the topic very carefully and then you try to solve out the problems. Now we are going to see the distance formula, for which you need to understand this graph first. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this is x dash, y and y dash. Now we have 2 points on x-axis, x1 and x2, and 2 points on y-axis, y1 and y2. Suppose this is coordinate P, the point P coordinate x1 and y1. This is point Q, the coordinate x2 and y2. Now if I join these and make a right angle triangle here, the distance between PR is x2 minus x1 and the distance between QR is y2 minus y1. Now applying the Pythagoras property, that is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square, what I get? PQ is equal to under root QR square plus PR square. So applying the value, I got x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. So this formula is used to calculate the distance between any 2 points having the coordinates given as per the question. Now this formula can be elaborated like this also. If x2 minus x1 is given, we can write x1 minus x2, because if we do the square of either these two, the answer will be same. So as simple as that, the distance formula is subtracting both the coordinates of x, both the values of x-axis square plus both the values of y-axis square, then under root. So x2 minus x1 or x1 minus x2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 or y1 minus y2 whole square under root. So the square root of the subtraction of x1 and x2 whole square plus y1 and y2 whole square will give us the distance between 2 points. So this, or we can say either of these, is used to calculate the distance between any 2 points given on the Cartesian axis or given on the Cartesian plane. So please go through this formula very carefully. The next topic is distance of a point from the origin. In the previous topic, both the coordinate of the point are given, but in this case only the coordinate of one point is given and the other point is origin. So this is x1 and y1, the value is x and y, the origin is 0 and 0. Applying the distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Substituting these values, I get PQ equal to under root x square plus y square. So when the question is saying calculating the distance from the origin, what we are doing there, just the summation of the square of the x and y values, that is we have also applying here Pythagorean triplet Pythagoras theorem. So distance of a point from origin is as simple as that, under root x square plus y square. So for calculating the distance, you have to understand both these concepts. The first one is when you have 2 points given, the second one is when the 1 point is origin. Now I will tell you some concepts based on these distance formula. Now these are some important concepts based on distance formula. If the question is asking show that the given points are the points of isosceles triangle, means the 2 sides must be equal. We have to calculate all the 3 sides distance, and either 2 sides distance must be equal in case of isosceles triangle. And if it is an equilateral triangle, the distance of all 3 sides must be equal. Also, for a right angle triangle, the property of the Pythagoras theorem, that is sum of the square of any 2 sides must be equal to the square of the third side. The most important thing is that the property is related to the quadrilateral. So please see carefully. For square ABCD, all the sides distance must be equal. AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA, and also diagonals must be equal. For rectangle, opposite sides distance must be equal, including the diagonals. For rhombus, only the sides must be equal, no need of diagonals. If the diagonals are equal, then it is a square, not a rhombus. For parallelogram, only the opposite side needs to be equal, nor the diagonals. If the diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. Now I am going to tell you some questions which will help you to understand the distance formula more clearly. Now we'll see one question. Find the distance between 2, 3 and 5, minus 1. So first is P and second is Q. This is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. We all know the formula, x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. So this is the formula. Substituting the value 5 minus 2 minus 1 minus 3. Now this is 3 square, this is minus 4. The square of either positive or negative must be positive only. So this is 3 square 9 minus 4 square 16, sum up 25, and the answer will be 5 units. So you see, applying the distance formula is the most easiest job. Just we have to put out the values and then simplify the question. So first you go through the concept of distance formula and try solving some of the problems. Then in the next video I will upload the solution of some important question related to 7.1. First you just go through the concepts, try to understand that, and then we will move on to the problems. Thank you.